Welcome, Aeon Study Circle. Success on your fingertip. നിങ്ങൾ സൂര്യനെ പോലെ തിളങ്ങണമെങ്കിൽ ആദ്യം സൂര്യനെ പോലെ എരിയണം. Today we will discuss about current affairs 24th April 2020. First one, importance of 24th April. First one, International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace. Second one is Kancham Day. Third one is National Panchayati Raj Day. The National Panchayati Raj Day. The day is observed every year in the country. On this day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed village panchayat across the country to mark the National Panchayat Day. Significance. On this day, the Constitution of India recognized Panchayat as institution of self-government. It made the passing of the Constitution 73rd Amendment Act 1992 with effect from 24th April 1993. As per the amendment, the states are empowered to carry out step to organize village panchayat. The state can provide them with the necessary powers and authority necessary to facilitate them to function as unit of self-government. What is Constitution 73rd Amendment Act 1992? The Constitution 73rd Amendment Act 1992 came into force with effect from 24th April 1993. The Act vested constitutional status on the Panchayati Raj institutions. The 73rd Amendment added the Part 9 titled the Panchayat, the Constitution of India. The covered provision from Article 243 to 243O. Also, a new 11th schedule that covers 29 subjects within the function of the Panchayati was added. It implemented Article 40 of Directive Principle of State Policy, which says that the state shall take step to organize village panchayat and endow them with such powers and authority. It is necessary to enable them to function as a unit of self-government. History of Panchayati Raj. The National Panchayati Raj Day was celebrated for the first time in the 2010. The enactment of the 73rd Amendment Act helped in the decentralization of political powers to the grassroots level. The Act also led to the institutional of Panchayati Raj through the village, intermediate and district level panchayat. Next, Kancham Day. The last battle fought between the Manipur Kingdom and the British Empire was a 1891 armed conflict. The battle was fought in the Kheba Hill of Kancham in the Thoubal district. Manipur Kingdom lost the war. It marked the beginning of British rule in the princely state. Since then, the Manipur state government has been observed 23rd April as Kancham Day every year. Manipur, formed on 21st January 1972, capital Imphal, district 16, Governor Najma Heptullah, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, bird Nangin, flower Shiru Lily, tree Unigotru. Next, International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace. The day aimed to disseminate the advantages of multilateralism and diplomacy for peace through educational and public awareness raising activities. To commemorate and promote the day, the United Nations General Assembly convenes a one-day high-level plenary meeting. History: International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace. United Nations General Assembly officially proclaimed the observation of the International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace on 24th April. It passed a resolution A/RES/73/127 and designated the observation of the day. The move by the UN aimed to preserve value of multilateralism and international cooperation, as it is a fundamental to promote and support the three pillars of the UN, namely peace and security, development and human rights. This value highlights the principle of UN Charter and the 2013 Agenda of Sustainable Development Goals. It also acknowledges the use of multilateral decision-making and diplomacy in achieving peaceful resolution in the conflict among nations. The first official International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace was observed on 24th April 2019. The world is facing the biggest international challenge since the Second World War, the COVID-19 pandemic. The UN urged its member countries across the world to draw the appropriate lesson about the vulnerabilities and inequalities and mobilize investment in the education, health system, social protection and resilience. Next, recently in news, researchers from Faridabad-based Regional Center for Biotechnology has initiated a study to engineer versatile coating that prevent the COVID-19 transmission. That study is carried out the collaboration with the Transnational Health Science and Technology Institute and the Department of Textiles Technology and Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. The news highlights, important for news highlight and Regional Center for Biotechnology. Highlight this news. The study include antimicrobial molecule that can target the membranes of microorganisms selectively. The molecule that will target the membrane of COVID-19 viral particle selectively will be developed. This molecule will be used to develop different surfaces including glass, plastics and textile including cotton, nylon and polyester to provide a versatile coating that can potentially inhibit the viral transmission. Other measures. The researchers also initiated effort to purify the non-structural protein 12 protein to develop high throughput the plate assay. It can be used to identify different inhibitors of the three proteins. These inhibitors are serving as a lead molecule for the development of drug against the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Researchers are the identify possible inhibitors of two other proteins from the SARS-CoV-2 virus using computational tools. These include non-structural protein 14, which has methylene transferase and exoribonuclease activities, and NSP13, which has an RNA helicase activity. The group of researchers is also analyzing the available genome sequence of SARS-CoV-2 to identify genome region in the genome that may be structured and can be targeted using a small molecule to perturb translation or replication of the genome. Next, Regional Center for Biotechnology. Regional Center for Biotechnology is an institution established by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, under the aegis of United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Next news. Recently in news, Shilpa Medicare launched its generic version of cancer drug Dasatinib. The monthly therapy cost of rupees 6,440. The company launched Indian branded generic of Dasatinib, an anti-cancer drug with a brand name Dashiline. The importance for in our exam point of view, Dasashil is important. This is a brand name for the Shilpa Medicare launch a cancer medicine. Dasashil. Dasashil is the branded generic anti-cancer drug. Will be available in all dosage strengths of 20 mg, 50 mg, 70 mg and 100 mg tablets. The drug is used for the treatment of chronic myeloid leukemia (CML). Dasashil will revolutionize the treatment by ensuring to make therapy available for more Indian patients due to increased affordability. The products are being manufactured and supplied from the company US Food and Drugs Administration approved manufacturing facility. The drug can benefit around 10,000 to 15,000 new patients of CML in India. Next news. Recently in news, a 5-judge constitutional bench of Supreme Court held it unconstitutional to provide 100% reservation for tribal teachers in school located in scheduled area across the country. The 5-judge bench was answering a reference made it is 2016 on whether 100% reservation is permissible under the constitution. In our exam point of view, the three words are very important. First one is Supreme Court verdict for this case. Second one is reservation in India. Third one is creamy layer chronology. The first one is Supreme Court says that it is an obnoxious idea that tribal only should teach the tribals. Merit cannot be denied in the toto by providing reservation. The court held the 100% reservation indiscriminatory and impermissible. The opportunity of public employment is not the prerogative of few. A 100% reservation to the scheduled tribe had deprived scheduled caste and other backward classes also of their due representation. The court referred to the Indira Sohe judgment which keeps reservation at 50%. The important quote that can be used in answer: citizens have equal rights and total exclusion of others by creating an opportunity for one class is not contemplated by the founding fathers of the Constitution of India. Next, reservation in India. One of the awarded objectives of Indian Constitution is the creation and egalitarian society, including especially by the way of eradication of caste and the caste system. In support of objective, several successive governments have devised various affirmative action policies to eradicate caste and support to social mobility of backward classes. These measures typically include reserving seat in the representative of education institution or public employment for the members of certain classes that has been traditionally and historically marginalized. Therefore, every time such a measure is introduced, it has resulted in dividing public opinion and caused widespread controversy. Next, creamy layer chronology. In 1918, the Mandal Commission report recommended to provide 27% reservation to other backward classes in jobs. In 1990, the VP Singh government declared such reservation of 27% in government jobs for the OBCs. In 1991, the Narasimha Rao government introduced a change in order to give preference to the poorer section among the OBCs while granting the 27% quota. In the Indira Suhairi judgment 1992, the court upheld the government memo that proclaimed that the advanced section among the OBCs, that is the creamy layer, must be excluded from the list beneficiaries of reservation. It also held that the concept of creamy layer must be excluded from SCs and STs. Next, recently in news, China named its first Mars exploration mission as Taiwan 1 as a celebrated Space Day on 24th April. The observation marked the 15th anniversary of the launch of the country's first satellite Dongfang H1 in 1970. Chinese first Mars mission has been scheduled to the launch in 2020. This is a news. Important for the examination point of view, the two things are very important: Chinese Mars mission, Chinese space mission. First one is Chinese Mars mission. China National Space Administration (CNSA) Mars mission as Taiwan. It means heavenly question or question to the heaven. A poem written by the Chinese well-known poet Hu Yuan 340 to 278 BC. CNSA stated the Chinese future planetary exploration mission will be named the Taiwan series. It's significant that Chinese national preference in pursuing truth and science and exploring nature and the universe. Chinese Mars mission includes complete orbiting, landing and roving in the one mission. Which this mission the countries aim to catch up the India, the US, Russia and the European Union, who is already executing this Mars mission. Next one is China in space mission. China is recently years has emerged as a major space power with manned space mission and landing a rover in the dark side of the moon. It is currently building a space station of its own. However, Chinese attempt to send an exploratory probe to Mars called Yongho first. In the Russian spacecraft in the 2011 failed as shortly after the launch, and it was declined, lost and later burned during re-entry. The US, Russia and European Union, besides India, so far succeeded in the sending mission to the Mars. Regarded as the most complex space mission, India became the first Asian country to have successfully launched its Mars orbital mission, Mangalyaan, which has been entered the orbit the red planet in 2014. India also became the first country to enter the Martian orbit, the first attempt. Thank you. Think before you speak, read before you think. Prepared by Jay Kotanes, AEON Study Circle. If you join our study group or social media, Facebook AEON Study Circle, WhatsApp 9846024053, Telegram AEON Study Circle, YouTube channel AEON Study Circle. Thank you.